Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Are we live? Is this thing on? What's happening? Disco Ball Nation, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I am having a good one too. We just queued up in the drafters main. This is not a mock draft, guys. I repeat, not a mock draft. I'm trying a new slide here, so bear with me. But yeah, not a mock draft. I repeat, not a mock draft. It's a real money draft with real money implications. How much real money are we talking about? $2.5 million in total prizes, $500,000 to first. It's best ball weekly scoring, total points format, most points win. 12 teams draft. There's a fast and slow. There's a $20 entry, and it's a $20 entry, and you get to max it with 150 lineups. There's also the drafters $2 mini. 10K goes to first. It's a $2 buy-in. $100,000 in total prizes to be redistributed to all the other placements. Trying the new slide here. Bear with me. Let me know if you guys can hear me when I do this. I don't know if I just bear with me. All right, just let's rock it. But we're queued up in the main, so if you guys want to draft, do it. But I'm just trying to make this more visually appealing because this mug isn't. All right, draft your team, and the system automatically selects your best performances each week. No lineup management, no trades, no stress. Real stakes sharpen your drafting skills, unlike mock drafts where nothing is on the line. Exposure to a variety of players across multiple drafts improves your player evaluation for redraft. No need to manage lineups. Draft it and forget it unless you're winning big. Use promo code DISCO on Drafters Fantasy. Double your deposit up to $100. And yeah. Were you guys able to hear me that entire time for that entire spiel, for that entire ordeal? I hope so. I hope it worked. Nice. All right, let's catch up with the chat. T says, Sleeze says, T up. Shout out to SLEEZBOMB. He's live right after us, guys. Would mean the world to me if you guys could go and smash him a like and sub if you're not. The link's in the description below. So shout out to my guy SLEEZBOMB. Appreciate you, dog. Dom asks, really is a smart guy, though. He says, post it up. Good to see you. Young Pro says, yo, what's up, Young Pro? That's a new name here. Welcome to the community. Blocka says disco. Let's go, Blocka. What's up, boy? Says Bones. Good to see you, brother. What's up, Boner? Says Blocka. Yo. What's up, Jerry Bagshaw? My hand still hurts from that handshake at the Fantasy Football Expo. It really does. It really does. That's like the firmest handshake I've ever felt in my entire life. Hope Drafters is paying this man for pulling in all these drafters every night. Hey man, I have a wonderful partnership with Drafters. It's one of the most honestly, like I wouldn't be where I'm at today based off of content. And I know it's not a lot for a lot of people, but just my content, everything is synonymous with Drafters. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for Drafters. So Drafters takes care of me, and hopefully I reward Drafters as well with my efforts. Evening all. What's up, Jason Calhoun? My dude, good to see you. Yo, how we doing? I hear you, Dustin. Nice. Were you able to hear me during that slide? We were trying something new there. Young Pros, my dude. I invited him to join us today. Thank you, Block. I appreciate you, brother. What's up, champ? What's up, Who's Goats? How you doing, brother? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping by, my guy. How are you doing? Just got out of work. Time to get locked in on this stream. Let's go, my guy. I appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you. Sleazeball says, who's goats? Bone says, I'm going to start investing in other Patriots wide receivers and let stuff on Diggs fall to whoever. I don't trust him after all the pink coke. Guys, you guys have been tuning in since you know how long. I'm a diehard Patriots fan, and I've been telling you guys, do not draft Stephon Diggs. And like I was I will say I was more cautious about, the injury situation. I didn't even realize our draft started. I was more concerned about the injury situation, not necessarily the self-sabotage, but the self-sabotage is literally just part of what he does. Let's shout out Disco Ball Nation. A lot of you guys are in here. D. Lutomsky at the 101. Terry Rice, that's Block at the 103. Young Pro, I believe he's in here. Yours truly, he's at the 106. Yours truly at the 107. Stat ATL, that's Billy Gableman, one of the sharpest drafters in the community, period. He's at the 108, so I'm stuck between a lot of savages. Boner, my dog, he's at the 110, and Just Joshin is at the 112, and this is his second main. Shout out to NFL DFS picks. That guy, he hits the longest parlays you could imagine. Sleaze says, let's go bring the questions, chat. Yes, please. Bring them all. Squints, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Fly Eagles Fly says, Disco. Always love being right next to Disco in a draft for the snipes. Hey, man, like we said, you get real shots on net. You get real opportunity, real like this is so much better than a mock draft. 100% better than a mock draft in every single way possible, because you're not making, or the people you're drafting with are not making their first 2 picks and then auto drafting, and then you're drafting against AI. This is like real shots. So you get to pivot, and you get to, learn how to overcome some really bad snipes and just be unsnipeable when your redraft season comes. Playing best ball makes you 100% better for and this, I'm preaching to the choir, but playing best ball makes you 100% better for your redraft leagues. Let's try this camera angle. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, brother, says Brian. Shout out to you, Brian. Love you, buddy. Yes, sir. Young Pro, welcome to the fam. Yo, Bear Fan Pete. If I had a grade for my draft start so far, it's not a B-. I like my start so far. Yes, we could during the slide. Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate you. And shout out to Dustin. He's one of the best writers. And like, I'm trying to get into writing. And this man from the fantasy, and shout out to the Fantasy Advice Network. This man's kind of like taking me under his wing. And he's really inspired me to do more writing. And he's gone above and beyond. And I cannot express how grateful I am for my friendship and for knowing this man. One of the best fantasy sports writers / writers, period. This guy's too legit to quit. Look at all these great people in the chat. Super grateful for this incredible community, man. 100%. I thought for sure Pats were going to trade for DK. Made so much sense. It made all the sense in the world. I mean, Diggs wasn't a bad signing, but once again, the self-sabotage is just catastrophic. Bear Fan Pete with a 99 with the $1 donation. Appreciate you, Bear Fan Pete. You didn't have to do that, man. It means the world to me that you to support the content, and I hope you're doing well. I love you, buddy. All right, we're gonna go with a hero wide receiver start again. Willie says, "What's up? Good to see you, Willie." Bear Fan Pete. Jerry says, "Pete, yeah, man. Pete's the GOAT. Thank you for that. Very generous, Jerry." All right, here's a question. Do you have more successful drafts earlier or later in the summer? I think my best ones were way before value readjusted, 100% earlier. I would say I get my best values now, between now and June. That's why like majority of the winning lineups and all these best ball tournaments, they draft in May, they draft in June. And you should too, by using promo code DISCO to double your initial deposit $1 for $1 up to $100. Yeah. So, but if I don't have as many dead roster spots when I draft in August. So it's just seasons, right? And that's why basketball is so important, because you get to keep a constant pulse on everything that's happening in fantasy football and all the roster adjustments and whatnot. All right. What's up, bonus holes? Antonio says, what up? Good to see you, brother. Thank you for popping by. Dumbass says, I'm not into Malik Neighbors this year's with cacophony of quarterbacks, Russ, Moonball, rookie darts, and eating W's. Are we overlooking a potential sophomore slump and house cleaning at coach in New York? Here's the thing, right? I would go ahead and say we already saw what he could do with one of the most atrocious quarterback rooms ever assembled just last year. He was a top 10 wide receiver, and he paid off his ADP tenfold, right? Now he has an improved quarterback situation where all 3 quarterbacks that he currently has, whoever it is, they're an upgrade, they're an improvement, and there's a lot of upside there for him. So yeah, I'm investing in Malik Neighbors. I mean, if we're talking about like a realm of, wide receivers at the back end of the draft that could potentially finish as a wide receiver 1 or fantasy player number 1, Malik Neighbors needs to be in discussion 100%. I don't think I think Russell Wilson does limit him, but I think we're not going to see 100% Russell Wilson the entire season. Good question. Good question. Let me make my pick and I'll answer. Okay, DJ Moore falling. Oh, he just fell one pick. That's fine. I thought that was a better value than it was, but I'll take DJ Moore. I don't have a lot of exposure there. So Dustin with a great question says, who do you like more this year, McCarthy or Penix? I'm going to say Michael Penix 100%. It's not even close because McCarthy's not going to start. McCarthy's not going to start. August 18th, guys, I've been saying this. August 18th Aaron Rodgers will sign to the Minnesota Vikings August 18th. Mark my words. So, yeah, I'm out on McCarthy, man. Stat ATL says, what do you think the biggest mistake in ADP is at the moment? I would say Cam Scatabo, or I should say Scam Scatabo. And then like I've been preaching 100% that it's an absolute mistake to draft Stephon Diggs at this ADP, but there was other reasons, and now the self-sabotage. So Scatabo and that guy, Stephon Diggs. Once again, man, yeah. My guy, Tyler Bradley, the founder of the Fantasy Advice Network. Big fan of him, big fan of his work. If you guys are not subscribed, check him out. Great people, he says. Let's go. Shout out to Knifey. Guys, if you watched the first ever Big Draft Energy stream, I had somebody who was on the stream with me. It was this guy. It was Knifey Spoony. Shout out to you, brother. He says, hi, diddly ho neighbors. Good to see you, brother. No Cap Max says, good question, Dustin. I like Penix more for his upside, but McCarthy's probably safer with his weapons and O'Connell. Here's the thing, man. Minnesota is set up perfectly. Their offensive line is as close to complete as any other offensive line. I would not be shocked if they finish as the number one offensive line in the NFL. Their running back room has improved drastically. They still have three of the best weapons. They brought in a good, viable rookie. It is the perfect scenario for a quarterback to succeed. That's why Aaron Rodgers is going there. All right, back on the Clockamundo, Bruno. Yeah, I'll get active with Joe Mixon here. This is a weird start for me. Three running backs in my first 5 picks. Usually I'm more like a hero RB guy, but we'll make this work. We'll make this work. It's important to be contrarian. Shout out to Don Asks with the question. He says, I'm saying it's, or not question, but the comment. He says, I'm saying it's really that much of an improvement to have 2 washed vets and a rookie you reached on. I would say Dart is not a reach. Shout out to Brainy Ballers. If you guys know the SPS, then you guys know that Jackson Dart is going to be one of the greatest football players of all time. That's all I'm going to say. He's going to be one of the greatest football players of all time. Maybe not this year, but moving forward, Jackson Dart is not a reach. Like they got him at an incredible discount. But I respect your opinion for sure. If Jameis Winston starts, Neighbors is easily wide receiver 1. No dude to boot it. I agree. NFL DFS picks, guys. Once again, NFL DFS picks, doesn't matter if it's football, hockey, cricket, basketball, you name it. This guy just bets, and he puts together some of the most insane parlays that absolutely smash. Tail my guy and make sure you're following him too. Winston be chucking the ball. I like that. Hell yeah. Unfortunately, I don't really see a world where Winston gets in. If Russ gets pipped, I think it's for the rookie, which is sad because Jameis Winston should play football. He's great for fantasy. That's why I'm a big fan of Cam Ward. They're the same guy. Bones with the comment says, I almost never find myself with one of the first 5 QBs off the board. Value is never there for me unless I already know I'm stacked. 100%. I will get a little bit of Josh Allen. I do like Josh Allen. I also I love Jalen Hurts. I don't know why people keep fading Jalen Hurts on a regular basis. Like, you need to put some respect on him. He's been in Saquon Barkley had 15, 16 touchdowns on the ground last year, and Jalen Hurts outperformed him on the ground. And you have that passing upside. You got to look at what's going on with the circumstances now there in Philly. They've lost all of their pass rushers. The game script is not going to be as favorable for them to just run out the clock. So he's going to have to air it out in a lot more competitive games with high scoring potential. I think Jalen Hurts has QB1 upside, and people need to stop overlooking him. So yeah, Jalen Hurts is a smash. Yeah, I'm with you though. I like Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love, Dak Prescott, CJ Stroud. That entire region, Michael Penix, that entire region of the draft, it's pretty great. My mind is a weapon. Fantasy football, SLEEZBOMB. His links in the description, guys. Make sure you guys go smash him a like, and right after we're live, he's going to be live. All right, so. He says, with the New Orleans Saints having Kellen Moore headed to town as the new head coach, are we too low on the Saints in best ball with how much they are going to be playing from behind this 2025 season? Great question. And I mean, everybody knows that I'm very bullish on the Saints. I love the Saints. I love their passing game. The only person who I'm kind of concerned about is Kamara, but that's more so for longevity purposes. the system and the scheme there is designed for them to throw the ball. It doesn't matter what the quarterback situation is. Wherever Kellen Moore's been, it's been a top 10 offense. It's absolutely incredible. And I'm investing in them once again this year. There was a point where these guys were breaking fantasy football, but the wheels fell off because, they were frauds. But this year, I think they're the best values in fantasy football across the board. Running back, like Marcus Yarns is my favorite round 20 start. So. All right, we're just gonna go with another running back, and I got Chris Olave just to show you that I practice what I preach. First, Josh Allen roster of 2025. Let's go. I'm here for it. I'm looking, guys. So if you guys are new to the channel and if you're in the community, please make it known that you're in this draft with us because we go over every single one of your lineups. We give you guys feedback. We talk to you guys about different sort of roster construction advice. Once again, my advice isn't the end all be all, but we also give you grades and we try to give you as much constructive criticism as humanly possible because iron sharpens iron. Demario Douglas season. It's always been Pop Douglas season, Bones. You know this. Any news on Nick Chubb? Not that I know of. Hey hoy Manoy says Mr. Magic. Shout out to you, brother. Thanks for popping by. Jonathan J. Sieg. Shout out to the Fantasy Goats and J. Sieg. He says Hussein, meh, my guy. The best ball community is in love with the Bengals, but I think T. Higgins and Chase Brown are bust. Do you think Naked Burrow is worth drafting at ADP? Here's the thing, right? Where you draft Joe Burrow, you still have potentially the chance of getting correlation later on with a Yoshavash, who is, he's one of the better wide receivers in that round 17 to 20 range. Sometimes I've even seen him go undrafted. And Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki is one of the most athletic players the NFL's ever seen. So there's a lot of good correlation options with him. But like a naked Joe Burrow, the rate that offense needs to pass, I don't think it's a bad deal. I really don't. And I don't think you need correlation, but there is a lot of correlation possibilities later. Is that disco being complimentary of the Giants? Is the sky falling? Hey, man, once again, I know how to practice what I preach, and what I practice and what I preach is don't be a homer. Don't let any sort of like personal investments, unless the person's a shitty person, the player that we're talking about. Don't let any of that impact your take. Make your analyzation, make your football takes, make your advice, make sure it's as like wholesome as humanly possible with no hidden agenda. So yeah, I'm complimenting the Giants. You liking the beta chat, big fella? I don't mind it. I think it looks fresh. I think it looks cool. I don't hate the beta chat. How do you feel about it? I know some people are like, it's kind of redundant because you have the chat here and you have the chat there, but I think it just looks cool that the chat is constantly popping and moving, and I need to catch up. Speaking of which, Bone says I do have a spot in my heart for Jaden Daniels, who won me my ship last year, and he was going off the board in round 9 to 12 early on in best ball last year. So yeah. Also, know of any good card breaks going on right now? Card breaks? No, not a single one. Stat AT, no cap. Max says I think quarterbacks like Hurts, Fields, and Prescott are pretty mispriced. 100%. There are quite a few wide receiver 2s and RB2s that are great values right now too. I don't disagree. Who do you consider running back 2s and wide receiver 2s that are great values? I think Mike Williams needs to be in the conversation as a potential wide receiver 2B. That is an incredible value. And same with Brandon Cooks. I know these are both dead players and super old, but they're going undrafted. Sleaze Raid. What's up, James? Good to see you, brother. Appreciate you, my guy. I've been liking the 3 QB builds this year more than last year as far as late value. It's way easy. And to add to that point, Dan, it's way more easy to get correlation with those later round quarterbacks than it is with the early quarterbacks. Like I had to get Josh Allen 4 times in a row to finally get, Buffalo Bills correlation. But I ended up with Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman. There was no Kincaid, but still liked it. Look who it is. JC, my brother. Tyler Bradley says Judkins was a great pick there. Thank you. I think there's going to be a lot of volume and work for Judkins this year. And Jaden Higgins, I need to get a little bit more exposure to just the Houston receiving room because they have 11 games with the total points expectations being over 11 games. 11 games with point expectation being over 46 points. That's redonkulous. That's an offense you want to invest in. Even if it's Flyers. I mean, Nico Collins, he's another guy that you can make the argument can finish as the wide receiver one. Like he's well within that. That's well within the range of possibilities for him. Hell yeah, let's go. Bah. Take notes, brother. Bah. Yo, Pete Terranova, shout out to you, brother. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Love you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Shout out to First Read Fantasy Football. They just started their new YouTube channel. If you guys are not subscribed to First Read Fantasy Football, please do so. I'm glad I remembered the name. It's a great name. Bro, look at those drafts going on right now. You on your active drafts bar at the top. Get that. Hey, man, like just because I say, start a slow draft or sign up using promo code DISCO and max up at 150. Like a good way to do that is just queue up for a bunch of slows. And I got 60 slows going up at the top there in the minis. It's a great way to max it out because, guys, that $2 mini will fill. It will fill very soon. I think it's close to 17,000 lineups done right now. So it will fill very soon. James says, trying to finish up at work. Got to listen in. Prioritize work, brother. Sell those vehicles. If Jermaine Burton, Fly Eagles 39 says, if Jermaine Burton really matured, he has stud potential as wide receiver 3 in Cincy. What a shame, right? He's one of those guys who burnt me a lot last year, Eagles. SLEEZBOMB says, with Dalton Kincaid and Keon Coleman both bulking up this offseason, are you targeting them at value in best ball? I think they're both absolutely steals. Here's the thing, right? I'm not going to go out on a limb and say Keon Coleman's got wide receiver 1 upside. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say Shakir does. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say Kincaid has a tight end 1 upside. I'm not going to do any of that for any of them because there's even guys that are like Joshua Palmer, Curtis Samuel, Elijah Moore. There's so many mouths to feed. Speaking of Keon Coleman, we'll draft him here. There's so many mouths to feed there that it's kind of like the best offense where they're going to be in a lot of high scoring situations with a prolific quarterback who can throw the ball like no other. It's the team that you want to get exposure to across the board. Like it's probably the easiest team to leave with 1 share. Even guys like Ray Davis, you can even leave with Ray Davis. Just leave with a share of the Buffalo Bills. There's values literally across the board. That should be like a number 1 rule. If there's guys on a good offense like the Buffalo Bills, leave with one of those guys. Because you never know if Curtis Samuel can finally come back to form or if Elijah Moore can finally be a guy. You never know. So it's important to be contrarian, but it's also important to invest in these high-powered offenses. Fly Eagles 39 says Shaheed has great value if healthy. Jordan Mason too. Shaheed was breaking fantasy football prior to his knee injury, and he should be fully recovered. Jerry Backshaw says, hit those likes, y'all. This is one of the best. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for saying that. You didn't have to, but you did. Knifey says, Persall at pick 70 feels like a smash. With how weak the 49ers defense is, you have to imagine they have to air it out 100%. 100%. So we posted a video not too long ago about wide receiver rooms with very easy schedules. And that's one of those wide receiver rooms with, I believe they were 7th on my list with the 7th easiest schedule for fantasy points. We'll take Njoku here. I have way too much Travis Etienne and Jadon Blue. I mean, Tajay Spears would have been a good pick, but our first 4 running backs are nasty. We got A-Chain, Jacobs, Mixon, Judkins. Our receiving core is not bad, especially since we went with 3 early running backs. We got Neighbors, DJ Moore, Chris Olave, Michael Pittman, Higgins from Houston, and Keon Coleman. This is a good draft. We just need to land the plane. But yeah, I would. Jawan Jennings, I think, is an absolute steal, and his ADP is 62nd. Brandon Ayuk, when healthy, could be a top 5 wide receiver. When healthy, he's at 87 ADP right now. These guys are all spectacular values, spectacular steals. They have one of the easiest rushing schedules as well. So that's another offense, a high-powered offense that's going to be in a lot of high shootout game scenarios and profiles. Just check the sportsbook site. like you can verify everything I'm saying because it's all in the sports books. I don't think anybody else is looking and analyzing at the sports books and what the projections are for those games, but they're very accurate. They're very accurate. So if you look at the 49ers, their defense, sure, they brought in a good young defensive end. Sure, they re-signed Fred Warner. Sure, they still got Bosa. I get it, but that defense is also one of the worst secondaries in football. So that offense needs to put up a lot of points, and that's where you want to invest. Disco, who's your go-to player this year? Oh God, Puka Nacua, Brian Thomas Jr., Nico Collins. That's 3 wide receivers that I try to get every draft. Christian Kirk is one of those guys who I can't stop drafting. I love Christian Kirk this year. Christian Kirk is such a good play. Running back, I love Brees. Ooh. We'll get CJ Stroud here. We do have Higgins. We got potential for a later pick here at tight end with Schultz. So we can build a little bit more correlation, and we got Mixon. So that's another team that has a lot of production. Running backs. Who are 3 running backs that I'm very below? Kyron Williams, Christian McCaffrey, Kenneth Walker, Brees Hall, James Cook. These are all my I love all of these guys. I love all of these names. I think Brashard Smith has incredible upside. Travion Henderson was my favorite rookie prospect coming into the thing. I love the landing spot for him too. Quinshon Judkins, did I mention him? I think Dylan Sampson and Quinshon Judkins are both guys you want to leave the draft with. And Brashard Smith or Elijah Mitchell is late round flyers. Marcus Yarns, love all those guys. Let's go. Love the stream, brother. Love you too, buddy. Shout out to Mercy23. That's my little brother, guys. That's my little brother. Fly Eagles 39. I think D-Hop still has spike week potential. In Baltimore, I'll finish reading it before I make any judgments. I apologize. Still red zone threat, and Lamar can keep the play alive and get him open. Can see him having a couple 2 TD games. It's possible, but I mean, I much rather get Kolar because Kolar is more viable, in my opinion, than DeAndre Hopkins. Somebody please don't clip that. What's good, Disco? Good to see you, Andrew Nordmeyer. I need a dad joke. Dom asks, that's Jack Lucene from the worst sports channel on YouTube. Smash that follow. Great guy. Ooh, I have no correlation with Michael Penix, but let's see if we can push Kyle Pitts here. I doubt Kyle Pitts will come back to me, but if we could, that's a nice move. It's another both receiving core and running back room. They have very easy schedules with high scoring implications. Just looking at off-season moves, additions, subtractions, whether it be the trades, whether it be free agency or the draft, and then you got to look at the point totals as well. And they cross. That's an offense you want to invest in. And our guy, our good friend, Updog, he's very invested in it. And if Updog's invested in it, I'm invested in it because that guy's got championship written all over him. Do you think the Bears offense will take a significant leap under Ben Johnson? I've been drafting way too much Roschon, expecting him to be the Jamal Williams of the offense. I'd rather get the rookie, the Manangai. I'm getting better at pronouncing his name. I'm doing my due diligence not to get canceled saying his name because if I'm not thinking and say his name, I'm probably going to get canceled. So yeah, I'd rather get exposure to Manangai because we've given Roschon way too many opportunities and way too many chances, and he's just never done anything significant. Mercy says, thoughts on Carter, Scatterbo, and Dart. I think Giants looking solid long term. Just wondering your thoughts on these young guys. Hey man, Darius Alexander was my favorite pick for them, and he was one of my favorite prospects as well. He fortifies that defensive line. They went from a bottom 10 run defense last year, and Dexter Lawrence was absolutely incredible. I think he gives them another viable threat on the defensive line as a potential 3-tech, letting Dexter Lawrence play a true 1-tech / nose tackle, and they'll just let the bookends go. They still got Burns, they still got Thibodeau, and they just brought in Carter. So I like all those guys. I think the only one who I'm a little bit hesitant on, but I need to start getting a little bit more exposure to in case he is the real deal, would probably be Scatterbo. Everybody else is a stud. They smashed their draft. They did everything that they had to. All right, we'll get Tyler Algier here. I think we're good with 5 running backs in this build. We got 5 good running backs. Kyle Pitts went to Stroop. We almost got him back. He went 2 picks before us. He almost came back. Shout out to Stroop for the snipe show. Shout out to the Sports Podium guys. Please go subscribe to them. This is my boy Hot Take City. He's far and beyond one of my favorite human beings and one of my favorite just people on the planet. He started this YouTube channel. He's a great guy. You didn't have to donate this. I would shout you out without donating, honestly, because I love the man you are. I love the stuff that you do, and I'm going to support you for the rest of eternity because you're my guy. But thank you for the donation. Very generous of you. Andrew Nordmeyer says D-Hop is the new Gabe Davis. You could get 20 or you could get 0. I don't think you could get 20. Okay, chat, let me ask you a question. Do you guys legitimately think that you could get 20 points out of DeAndre Hopkins at any given moment this year? Maybe 20 points combined for the entire season. Sup, fam? Sup, Who Hames? Shout out to you, brother. Great beard. Such a great beard. Also, another guy within the community who's a fantastic YouTuber, fantastic best ball mind. He does a lot of stuff and content with underdog folks. Smash him a sub as well. I don't know if anyone drafting on an older gen iPad, but my app is messing up. I saw guys go. Yeah, I'm not drafting on an iPad. I either draft on my phone or my PC. Bones, this new iOS update is wreaking havoc on everything. We had a new update on Android. Yes, I'm team Android, and I'm still trying to learn the new UI. I just hate that they force this new UI user interface on you. Dom asks, says Disco for Science, rank your top 3 Tim Hortons desserts and give us a player comp for each, please. Example, chocolate dip is my favorite. It's a staple. My player comp is Brock Bowers. That's okay. Let's make our pick here, and then let's buckle down and make this happen, Captain. We'll take Strange here. Another tight end, no correlation. We don't have much correlation, but hopefully we can make something happen. All right. 3 Tim Hortons desserts and give us player comps for each. So I'm going to say there's this new blueberry cheesecake Timbit, right? It's got blueberry cheesecake filling. It's a Timbit, which is like a little donut you pop in. And it's delicious. It's exceptional. It's new. It's vibrant. It's exciting. It's one of the best things they ever had. And that reminds me of Travion Henderson, the new running back for the New England Patriots. So there's that one. They brought back the old classic strawberry-filled powdered donuts. And it's like, okay, well, if you're going to bring back something of the old that's, a smash that we know can smash time and time again, that's got to be Christian McCaffrey. And then we got the Boston cream. We got the Boston cream. And the Boston cream is absolutely delicious unless there's no cream on the inside. And when I mean there's no cream on the inside, that means there's no fucking brains. There's just nothing, just a stupid fucking thing in Boston. And it's just chocolate donut. And that would be Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is Boston cream. It could have been so good, but this guy is just out there to self-sabotage him. I hope that answers your question. I think I crushed that. I think I absolutely crushed that. Just found my son is colorblind. He said the news came to him out of the purple. Oh God. Guys, I love dad jokes. I don't know if you guys fuck. All right, here's what we're gonna do. How many likes are we at, chat? How many likes are we at? We got 24 people tuning in here on YouTube. Kate Otten, smash that pick. I've been taking way more Kate Otten than I have been taking. Holy shit, Sleaze. SLEEZBOMB with the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate you, brother. I don't see who got it, but shout out to SLEEZBOMB with the 5 gifteds. You didn't have to, but you did. Thank you. So here's what we're going to do, guys. If we can get to 25 likes, I don't know how many likes we're at. If somebody can tell me in the chat, that'd be great. If we can get to 25 likes, we'll do a giveaway. 27. Okay. So we're doing a giveaway. So to enter the giveaway, guys, I need a dad joke. That's how you enter the giveaway today. A dad joke. Dad joke, crude joke. Just make sure it's not racist, like something I can't, like I should be able to say it live, right? Ray McLeod late, 100%, man. Get out of my head. Fly Eagles 39. Ray McLeod late is definitely the correlation I'm looking for. D Hop supposedly looking fly was update today. Jesus. Never said thanks on beard compliment. We didn't have chat available on the Jeopardy. Hey man, you're good. You're good. No worries. I mean, it makes sense that chat isn't available on the Jeopardy, but yeah, great beard. Fucking great beard. Hopkins has Stat ATL says Hopkins has 20 points in his range of outcomes 1 week for sure with his TD upside. Could easily have four receptions, 40 receiving yards, 2 TD line in one game. I'd rather get Isaiah Likely. I'd rather get Nelson Aguilar. Team Android all day. And Android's the shit. Andrew Nordmeyer says last year D-Hop went 6, 73, and 1 in week 3 for the Titans and 8, 86, and 2 in week 8 for the Chiefs. He also had 4 weeks with fewer than 10. He's just a dead asset. He's old. And we saw him drop passes in the Super Bowl for Patrick Mahomes, just terrible. 3 QBs with week 8 by Josh. I think he might be auto drafting. I think NFL DFS picks is auto drafting. This is usually time he spends with his family, but he queued up for us. Do we got a duck race and Craven Quack? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Just need a dad joke. I mean, with all this DeAndre Hopkins talk, I'll get exposure to him here since you guys are into it. 10 picks past ADP. I'll do it. Damn, Sleaze. Nice job. Appreciate you, Sleaze. The real funny part about the joke is it actually is blue, purple, colorblind. He is? Dang. Sleaze is good. Sleaze is a good man. Sleaze is a good man. Sleeper DMs. Damn it, Knifey says just going to decline again. When does a joke become a dad joke? When it's fully grown. Oh, Knifey's entered the giveaway. Andrew Nordmeyer's entered the giveaway. 2 great dad jokes. Domax says an English cat named 1, 2, 3 and a French cat named 1, 2, 3 had a swimming races across a lake. Who won? The English cat because 1, 2, 3 sank. 1, 2, 3 cat. Cat is 4 in French, by the way, but it's spelled with a Q-U-A-T-R-E, and sank is 5, which is spelled C-I-N-Q. Great joke. Great joke. Canadian joke. I love it. Updog with the disco. Shout out to you, Updog. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for popping by. Beautiful man. My mind is a weapon says you, Knifey, you haven't even declined. I got a daughter on FaceTime with grandparents. No, I figured it's family time, brother. No worries. Why couldn't Kyler Murray hit Marvin Harrison Jr.? Says Bones. He couldn't see over his own offensive line. That's a good dad joke. He's entered as well. Kate Otten at 186 is comfy. I love Kate Otten, man. Like, we know that Chris Godwin may miss some time coming into the season. We know that we're potentially going to see Mike Evans miss time at some point in the season because though he's been as consistent as humanly possible, he also misses a lot of time. And there was like a 4-week stint where Kate Otten was absolutely elite. So heck yeah, I'll stagger those spike weeks because we know the situation is relatively the same. All right, we'll get Tyler Shuck, and we'll complete the Chris Olave stack. I still don't have any correlation for Michael Penix, but hopefully we could get it here. Did somebody take Ray McLeod? You got to be kidding me. Or did I just pass him? Where the hell's Ray McLeod? Oh, Lutomsky took him. God. All right, guys, give me a good dart throw that I could get correlation with in Atlanta. D-Hop is more has more mentions on this stream than he's going to have targets all season. Banger. Dennis Rodriguez says, "Oh shit, he's back at it." Sup, all of you amazing people. Good to see you, Dennis. That is Chef. Chef, when's the wedding? It's soon, right? Or did it happen? Talk to me, Chef. Bones, and you wonder why the Colts named him Chicken Jockey in their schedule release. Dang. Did you hear about the kidnapping at school? It's okay. He woke up. Talk about sleepy start to the. Dennis says, why are satanic pregnant women always invited to dinner? Because they bring the best deviled eggs. Jason and Dennis have both entered. Babe, I hope you're getting these. These are good ones. Ray Ray is a fine click. I don't disagree. Lumsky did that fudger, that mother fudger. This is my first 4 QB build this year, and I think I pushed QB maybe too late. Have solid RBs and wide receivers. Why not? Yeah, it makes sense. As I said, man, this San Francisco 49ers team is something that you want to leave with exposure to. I think Jordan James is literally the carbon copy of Jordan Mason. And I think if anything happens to CMC or if CMC needs to get spilled, there's a world where this guy can absolutely smash it. I'm here for it. All right. We don't have any Buffalo Bills yet. So we just queued up a couple wide receivers. That way, when we're up, we'll be able to make our pick. Why was a librarian kicked off the plane? Because it was overbooked. Nice. James has entered the giveaway. This Sunday is the wedding. Guys, congrats, Dennis. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful wedding, brother. Hello, says Devin McCain. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for stopping by. My doctor told me I was going deaf. The news was hard for me to hear. Fly Eagles has entered. What did the mama Buffalo say to her kids as she left for school? Bye, son. Nash is good Atlanta pick. Also, Horton is a great Seattle pick. Nice. Nash. I'll be honest. I don't know enough about Nick Nash. But I mean, you told me about Jalen Colker last year, and I should have listened. Should have got more Jalen Colker. So shout out to Chef. Dude is very sharp. He's got great takes. And Nick Nash will be our late correlation pick as our round 20 dart flow. Thanks for that. Appreciate you, Chef. The most popular place for a computer to have a drink is at the space bar. Nice. I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes. Turns out it was the refrigerator all along. Nice. Okay. Young Pro has entered the giveaway. Absolute dart throw Nick Nash or pray for a crazy Jamal Agnew game. Plausible. Jamal Agnew is like a great returner. I just hate that my guy Nick Carter ended up there. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Good one, Jerry. I like it. I appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you, brother. Nash won Triple Crown as San Jose State. Okay. Yes. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you calling the Cattle Dogs. It's my wife. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? It was outstanding in its field. Nice. Devin's entered the giveaway. This is good. TD, reception, and yards. Nasty. Why don't football players wear glasses? Because it's a contact sport. I can relate to that one. When I played ball, I couldn't see, and then I had to learn how to put. I don't know if you guys wear contact lenses. Putting in contact lenses, like learning how to do it, is one of the toughest things to learn. It's like, especially if you're not comfortable with touching your eyeball, contact lenses was a tough learn. It was tough, but now we do it. We got it. Devin says this is fun. It's really fun. What do you call a deer with no eyes? I have no idea. I heard a good one earlier today. I just can't remember it. I think everyone ran to Chat GPT for that. I'm here for it. Make me chuckle. My boss asked me, No Cap Max says, no, my boss asked me why I only seem to get sick on Wednesdays. I told him I must have a weakened immune system. I like it. Andrew Nordmeyer says I was on a date and the waitress asked me if I wanted to have a box for leftovers. I told her I'd rather wrestle her for them. If I wanted to box the leftovers, I'd rather wrestle her for them. Nice. All I know is bad dad jokes. I'm here for it. Honestly, this is great. I'm enjoying the stream. Why'd the computer squeal? This is D. Lutomsky, who sniped me on Ray McLeod, so he's not entering the. I'm kidding. You're in the giveaway. Why did the computer squeal? Somebody stepped on the on the mouse. Day one, contact lenses for me. It got stuck, and the doctor had to pull it out. Never put them back. I respect it. I'm blind as a bat, though. I need them. How do you make a tissue dance? Says Blocka. Put a little boogie in it. Nice. All right, let's look at lineups. And if you guys haven't entered yet, just put hashtag disco like this to enter the giveaway. We are giving away an opportunity to draft a lineup that could potentially win you $500,000. No exaggeration, no joke. If you think you're good at fantasy football, all you got to do is head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and then comment hashtag disco in the chat if you're one of the 82 people watching us on X. And thank you guys for your support if you are watching us on X. But head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Make sure you like, subscribe. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and supporting. We got 26 people watching. It's May, and there's 26 people watching us talk fantasy football. You guys are degenerates, and I fucking love it. All right, let's look at just joshing with a weird draft. Just based off of roster construction. He goes 4-7-6-3. We're going to change my camera angle to this one. He goes Anthony Richardson, Matt Stafford, Geno Smith, Sam Darnold. Not a bad quarterback room, honestly. Three week eights is yikes, but I don't hate it. Breece Hall, James Cook, Alvin Kamara. The first three running backs are sick. Tyrone Tracy is being faded way too much. I think there's still a world where he gets involved and he gets action. You're going to get some positive equity from where he's currently being drafted. Ray Davis, love the pick. Nick Chubb, Isaiah Davis. Nico Collins, Drake London, Chris Godwin, Cooper Kupp, Josh Downs, Deontay Johnson. I mean, I like your first five wide receivers a lot. There's a world where they can stagger as top three, but I'd still go with like 8. I think like since you went with the 4 quarterback build, you didn't need as many running backs. But I mean, I could be wrong. Mark Andrews, Tyler Warren, Elijah Arroyo. It's not bad. Honestly, it's not bad for the weird roster construction. I'll be honest. All right. Chat. All right. James entered the giveaway with Mrs. Disco. Disco says who Hames. Definitely drafted a top 15,000 lineup last night. Tell me about it. Blaka has entered. What does a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common? They are both parasites. Brian's entered the giveaway with hashtag disco. Jason's entered the giveaway as well. All right, Boner goes 3-6-8-3. Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers, Derrick Henry, Travion Henderson, Jadon Blue, Tank Bigsby, Marshawn Lloyd, Kyle Manangai. Love the pick. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Xavier Worthy, Tedero McMillan, Jalen Waddle, Rashad Bateman, Palmer, Andre, Yoshavash, Jalen Royals. Not a bad receiving room. So Patrick Mahomes with Worthy and Royals. Aaron Rodgers with no Minnesota Vikings. Jordan Love with Marshawn Lloyd. Okay. Travis Kelce also to go up there. Evan Ingram, Dalton Schultz. It's a strong draft. It's strong. I would say the Jordan Love pick, try to get like a Savion Williams in round 20, or even a Dontavian Wicks or Romeo Dobbs if you're going to get Jordan Love. Because like there's no point in really having a naked quarterback that's a passing quarterback with no real rushing upside. It's my only piece of advice, but it's a strong draft, buddy. Stat HL says, Dan, one less QB and one less RB with 3 in the first 6 rounds and take 2 more wide receivers. Solid advice. No Cap Max entered. Jerry's entered. Sleaze entered. Hate Kelce, but he just fell. I mean, in 3 tight end builds, it's nice to have his upside, especially if he's serious about football. On the Patrick Mahomes revenge tour. How come April showers bring Mayflowers, but Mayflowers bring pilgrims? Disco says Willie. Nice. All right, Stat ATL guys, Billy Gableman, pay attention to the roster construction. This guy is very insightful, very smart. He knows best ball. All right, Josh Allen, 2-7-8-3 is the roster construction. Josh Allen, Cameron Ward. Josh Allen, 5 picks past ADP. Why the hell not? Especially for your first share, as he says. Kyron Williams, Aaron Jones, Jalen Warren, Najee Harris. Love the first 4. Love the first 5. Braylon Allen, Woody Marks, Sean Tucker. Nice running back room. BTJ no matter what. Garrett Wilson, Calvin Ridley to go with Cam Ward, Khalil Shakir to go with Josh Allen. Nice. Brandon Ayuk. First 6 receivers are solid, man. Hollywood Brown, like the pick. Isaac Tesla, like him as well. Dontavian Wicks. And then he goes Dalton Kincaid. So more correlation with Josh Allen. Love it. Firemouth, Theo Johnson. That's a great draft, buddy. All right, is Young Pro still in here? Young Pro, you still in here, bud? All right, Latomsky, then Terry Rice, and we'll see if Young Pro's still in here. D. Latomsky goes 2792. Goes Jalen Hurts, Bo Nix, RJ Harvey, Javonte Williams, Ramondre Stevenson, Trey Benson, Austin Eckler, J.K. Dobbins, Jarquez Hunter. Not bad. Not the greatest running back room, but not bad. Don't like the running back room. I'll be honest. I can't don't like your running back room. It's not bad, though. I just don't like it. Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Matthew Golden, Jaden Reed. Love the double wide receiver targets there for Green Bay. Trey Harris, Alec Pierce, Raymond McLeod. God bless you. Calvin Austin, Shamiri DK. Not going to get canceled saying his last name. Trey McBride, Cole Kmet. It's not bad. It's not bad. I just hate your running back room. Everything else is very solid. I like your receiving room a lot. All right. Sorry. Young Pros in here. All right. We'll look at your lineup, brother. I got you. What 2 words get Sharks to the dinner table in record time? Man overboard. Nice. Yeah. Overboard. Yeah, overboard is 1 word, technically. That's a good squad. It's a very good squad. Styly Tail is the guy, man. 1 week season on YouTube. Yes. Okay, let's look at Terry Rice's, then yours. So Terry Rice, that's blocky. He goes 3683. Justin Herbert, Bryce Young, Jalen Milroe. Loved the Jalen Milroe pick. Nice. Omarion Hampton. I'm starting to want to get more exposure. Kenneth Walker, you guys know how much I love him this season. Tony Pollard, Brian Robinson. I kind of out on Brian Robinson. Love Tony Pollard. Brian Robinson, no. Rashad White is one of my favorite targets in basketball, especially with the 142nd overall pick. Devin Neal, I understand it. I think there's a world where he has a safe floor. CeeDee Lamb, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jackson Smith and Jigba, Ricky Pearsall. Like, I'm looking at this, and I can tell that you paid attention to my video. Emeka Egbuka. So every last one of these wide receivers have a very, very strong schedule where they're going to have easy matchups with teams that we projected, defense that we projected were going to suck. So CeeDee Lamb is going to smash. We know that Dallas is going to have to put up a lot of points. Marvin Harrison Jr. absolutely smashed. The second easiest schedule for wide receivers is Arizona Cardinals. The first most easiest schedule is Seattle Seahawks, so JSN smash pick. Ricky Pearsall plays for 49ers. 49ers, I think, 5th or 7th on the list. Tampa is 6th on the list, so Emeka Egbuka. Like, this is great, man. Jack Beck, you know I love him. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. I'm very excited about your receiving core. I love your receiving core. And I'm generally saying that. Keenan Allen could be in Arizona. Mike Williams is one of the best dart throws. I could tell that you're listening. This makes me very happy. I hope this lineup cashes for you. I really do. And there's good correlation or no correlation. Yeah, no correlation. Milroe with JSN. Jake Ferguson, Mason Taylor, Jatavian Sanders to go with Bryce Young. That's nice. That's a good draft, man. That's your best one yet. I love what you did with that draft. Genuinely. Young Pro goes 2792. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Bijan Robinson, Chase Brown, DeAndre Swift, Will Shipley. Love Will Shipley. Rico Dowdle, just don't waste the pick, man. Just don't. Blake Corum, Audric Estime. Blake Corum, I like. Estime and Rico, kind of don't care about them. AJ Brown, DK Metcalf. I'd rather, if I had to choose between Estime or Jaleel McLaughlin, I would go Estime, though. AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, Roma Dunze, Stephon Diggs. Dang, man. And you took Stephon Diggs at ADP or right around value. You got to pay attention, brother. He's going to get suspended. He just got caught with a bunch of paraphernalia. You got to pay attention to that shit. That's a wasted pick. Christian Kirk, like that pick. Quentin Johnson, why not? Romeo Dobbs, not a bad pick. Jalen Coker, love it. Adonai Mitchell, love it. George Kittle, good. Terrence Ferguson. I would go with a 3 tight end build here. Maybe pass on a Rico and Audric Estime here. But I also think that George Kittle is where you could possibly stop with 2 tight end builds. Not bad work. Not bad work. I would say your only hiccup was the Stephon Diggs pick. All right, did I get everybody in the community? I feel like I did. All right, this is why you guys came. They don't call us Big Draft Energy because we draft poorly. I go 3, 6, 8, 3, super vanilla, super missionary, roster construction. CJ Stroud, Michael Penix, Tyler Shuck, all a few picks past ADP. Running back room, I love Devon Achane, Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon, Quinshon Judkins, Tyler Algier, Jordan James. This is good. This is good. As I said yesterday, Devon Achane has RB1 upside. He has RB1 upside, and he may sneak up to the top of my list. Malik Neighbors, DJ Moore, Chris Olave, Michael Pittman, Jaden Higgins. So we got Olave with Shuck. We got Higgins with Stroud. We got Nash with Penix. So all three quarterbacks correlated. Keon Coleman, DeAndre Hopkins, Nick Nash, David Njoku, Brendan Strange, Kate Otten. Not bad. Not bad. Good draft, Disco. I like that draft. No Count Max says, bro went very missionary and drafted Penix. Hey, man, sometimes you just need to insert the Penix and everything will start flowing. Very solid squad. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Diggs isn't getting suspended. He had a bag of pink Himalayan bath salts to help his recovery in salt water. Keep telling yourself that. Showing Penix. Shuck and Penix. Shuck and Penix. I like it. No Cap Max laughing. All right. Last chance to enter the giveaway, guys. And thank you guys so much for rocking with me during the stream. This has been really fun. There's almost 30 of you in here. This is great. Absolutely awesome. Thank you, guys. All right. All right. I think I got it. I got to present my screen. Present, share screen, online duck race. Sweet. We did it. And guys, once again, SLEEZBOMB is going to be live right as soon as the duck race is over and our stream is done. So the link is in our description. Make sure you guys go smash a like. Let them know it's hashtag Disco Raid. And yeah. Okay. Stat ATL says Disco. I'd take one less RB with 2 in the first 3 rounds and go one more wide receiver late. I don't hate that call. I was considering it. I was thinking about going with just 5 running backs and potentially adding a 4th tight end, but that's also a good option as well. Maybe Diggs had a crushed. Dennis says maybe Diggs had a bag of crushed up Hims pills to help with the blood flow. Shout out to Jameson Williams. I'm going to see if that line will work on my wife BRB. Heard. I tried to give feedback on a few others you pulled up, but exclusively from my phone today. Hey, man, appreciate you. You're always helping the community, and I can't wait to have you on as a guest. No cap, is that the red rocket? Nice. Quack, 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 says Stat ATL. It's a little red rocket that has enough fuel to last 4 minutes. 4 minutes is good for you, man. I'm jealous. Good to see you smiling and having a good time. That's what it's all about, trying to smile and have a good time while hopefully winning some life-changing money. That's why we do it, brother. Nice. Dennis Rodriguez says, so SpaceX, no cap Mac, that's a good one. That's a good one. Shout out to Elon Musk. What a disaster. All right. This is everybody I have in here. 4 minutes includes foreplay. Dang, man. Nah, can't draft best ball teams in space. True. jurisdiction situation there. All right, we got Knifey, Dom Asks, Bones, Andrew N, Jason C, Dennis R, James Saw, Fly Eagles 39, Stat ATL, Young Pro, Jerry B, Devin M, Who Hames, Squints, No Cap Mac, Blocka, Brian, Sleaze Willie. Did we get James? No, James is not in here. James should be in here. Anybody else not in here? Did we get everybody? I'm going to sip my vitamin water because I know there's like a 30-second delay. So I'll wait for the catch or the chat to catch up. Is Block in here? That Block is in here. Okay. Stat HL says if I've got to slide out early if I win, give it to the new guy. That's very nice of you. You had James SEO. Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, my wife doesn't miss, man. My wife doesn't miss. I don't see my name. You're at the top, brother. Dom Asks right here. Oh, there. I had to scroll. Yeah, it's a big duck race. I'm sick with the quacks. Can you get me a ductor? Nice. Good luck, everyone. All right, guys. You guys know the rules. 69 seconds because immaturity is the key to life and the essence of life. We're going to shuffle 5 times, and the chat needs to be a bunch of quackheads. I need y'all to quack me up. Once again, if you guys are watching on Twitter, we do these giveaways quite frequently. Sometimes just a pop-up situation where I just want to do a giveaway for the sake of doing a giveaway because I love the community and what they do to me. Latomsky, I did not get you. You're right. Let's fix that. Adding it right now, buddy. Got you. All right. No soldier left behind. All right, guys. I need to see a bunch of quackheads in the chat. I've been dying to sip this vitamin water. It is so hot today. Dennis says, Disco, that is so true. The happiest old men I know still make fart jokes and laugh at 69. The life I hope to live. Amen and hallelujah. I'm old as fuck. Quack, good show, brother. Appreciate you, Sleaze. And once again, guys, link is in the description. Go smash my guy a subscription. Let him know that Disco sent you. Why did the duck have an intervention? Because he was addicted to quack. Fucking quackhead. Way to bring the heat. Chat. Yeah, chat, you guys were on fire today. I appreciate you guys all, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. Quack says Blocka. Latomsky with the hearts. Quack says Blocka. Ottawa humidity. Oh man, it's nasty today. It's nasty today, and the AC's on, and I'm still feeling it. Like I'm melting. Quack says Latomsky. Young Pro is new to the group, and he's got the duck here. Toronto is gray and depressing. Man, last week was like that. Has everyone won from the one spot? Has anyone ever won from the one spot? No, but my best lineup was from the one spot. All my best lineups were from the one spot because Jamar Chase, no matter what. I always got Jamar Chase, then Saquon. That was like my 1 and 2 combo at the 101 that I really tried to target. Quack says Latomsky. Quackity quack. I'm donating my rocket fuel to No Quack Mac. I like that. No Quack Mac. All right, guys. Did I shuffle 5 times? Oh, and whoever the Donald Trump duck is, I'm rooting. That's Jason Calhoun. Jason Calhoun, I'm rooting for you, brother. I'm rooting for you. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for supporting the show. Honestly, generally, this shit doesn't happen without you guys. Let's see if I could play some fun upbeat music while we do this. This is called Feeding the Duck. This song's called Feeding the Ducks. I'm here for it. I don't know what it is, but we're doing it. Sounds like, it doesn't sound like Quacky making music. It sounds like baby making music. Ah. 20 seconds left. How's Jason Calhoun and the Donald Trump duck doing? All right, Fly Eagles 39 with the mohawk and the aerodynamics is about to win the duck race. Let's go. Congrats, brother. Congratulations, Fly Eagles 39. Everybody, Sleaze is queued up in the $20. If you guys want to go draft with them, do that right now. I'm going to be making a stake. You guys already know the drill. I got a lot of catching up to do. I mean, on ducks, the first duck, yeah, I mean, Snowman 089, we tried to put him everywhere, and he won everywhere. Good show, as always, Disco. Appreciate you, Dennis. Thank you, and have a wonderful wedding, man. Congratulations once again. This is my first one ever win. I got Marky Mark Duck. Nice, says Who Hames. Sleaze, I'll listen to your show while driving to pick up the mother-in-law. Good luck. I love my mother-in-law. I hope you love your mother-in-law too. I love my mother-in-law. No Quack Mac is using his fuel too early. He blew his load way too early. Queued up in the 20, says Sleaze. Ducks in the best is the best StreamYard. Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to grab Sleaze's stream and just post it in the chat for you guys in case you guys are struggling to open up the description. I'm glad that it's like just SLEEZBOMB now, and I can search your name without having to go through 100 weird people named SLEEZBALL. It's great. Live. Like, share, copy. All right. Here's a link, fellas. Jason about to win. Oh, I'm so behind. Roll on the floor, Quack moans in the background. I know, it's great. Has the duck in the one spot ever won the race? Gotcha. No, I don't know. Male ducks have corkscrew-shaped junk. I got granny duck laugh my ass off. Accurate. Good. G's Fly. Yes. Congrats. Good one, Fly Eagles. Let's go. Young Pro. Super Bowl and duck race champion. Let's go. Just the year. Too much quack for Eagles. Congrats. Yes, sir. It's all going to come quacking down for them. Congrats, Fly Eagles. Feeding the geese music made him faster 100%. Appreciate you, Disco. Enjoy the steak. Thank you, Bones. Disco, you ever watch I Think You Should Leave? What's that? Great stream. Good. I mean, that answers your question. You hear him? He says he loves his mom. I do, man. I do. Damn. I draft Amon-Ra St. Brown, Nico, Drake London? Always. I would say Nico, Drake London. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I'd rather those two guys over him. Here's the link to SLEEZBOMB stream, guys. I'll see you guys in the chat there as I cook up my steak. I say this all the time, and I'll say it again. It takes a village. I love my fucking village. I genuinely do. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for making this dream come true, and hopefully we got bigger and better things on the way. And we're still working on that running back video, just like the wide receiver one. So if you haven't seen the wide receiver video, please do so. It's very helpful, very informative, and I put a lot of work in. Until next time, which is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, peace.